Mile High Minute, but first I'm going to give a big shout out to my Cubbies.
Yeah.
We won the wild card. So we're playing on Saturday. Too bad we have to
Wait.
play the Brewers. That's going to be an interesting series. So,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, you can't tell, but that was all my Cubs stuff. So, all right, I'll get back to what we're here for, which is to talk about the boys in Mile High and the absolute shellacking that they did with the
Hmm.
Bengals. Gavin, I tried to get that clip of your daughter going, "That's glorious," but I couldn't figure out how to do it right before the show.
It was glorious. It was.
Yeah. So,
It was the
all
elixir
right.
we all needed.
Yep. As always, Sunday, 12 noon, people will be at almost home, which could no, we'll be in Milwaukee. I think we'll be in Milwaukee, so it won't be a cross issue with the Cubs games. So, we'll be there at almost home Sunday at noon playing the Eagles. But before we do that, we're gonna do our typical good, bad, and the ugly. And Steve, you start with the good.
Uh, there's a lot to go with here. I'm going to go J.K. Dobbins. He was totally going off. He's showing, why we picked him up. His running style is like, and you heard a lot of coverage about this week about how he is able to, with his running, like set up his own blocks. And so having somebody who's not just running in the back for offensive line or can only hit the hole that's like kind of there, like he can make the holes bigger and really impressive with what he's doing. So that's my good.
Yeah, he's like the number 4 back in the league right now, and arguably we have the best running back tandem in the league. I mean, I can't really think of another tandem out there that's as good as we are. So I was really encouraged by that. JK's on fire, man. He was
Yeah.
good, and I loved his Spanish interview at the end with Telemundo guys. Like that was awesome.
My good was Pat Sertan, because for the second year, he's held the whatever Bengal receiver he has to cover, he held them again to less than 100 yards, like what, like less than 60 yards. So I don't care what anyone says about anybody else. Pat Sertan and Riley Moss, it, it's working. It's working. I mean, we didn't get to talk about this last week because I unfortunately had a concert last Thursday, but I was going to bring up Riley Moss's stats and about how like he's like tied for second in the league in terms for the amount of catches or amount of
Amount of passes thrown his
receptions that
way.
go his
Yeah.
way. He's
Yeah.
tied for number 2 in the league in terms of defensive plays and being able to bat the ball away. So,
Right.
Yeah.
sorry, I'm working with a little bit of cold here, people. So my brain ain't exactly running right. But for all those Riley haters out there, shut up.
Yeah, it's
Agreed.
tough for him because he plays on the other side of Pat Sertan, and nobody throws to Pat Sertan. And when
They're
you
always throwing to him.
always picking
Yeah.
on him, and they're like, "Oh, the white corner, let's pick on that guy."
Well, and it's funny because like the way the game started, it was like, like he's like T Higgins seemed to be getting some on him, and then by the end of the game, it's like T who?
Yeah,
So it's real good.
yeah, Jamar Chase shutting him down. I heard that's why Riley wears sleeves, so he's not as identified as. Or there's theory out there that that's why he wears sleeves. That the quarterbacks don't identify him immediately as the white corner we can pick on.
Well,
Which
now
is
they
kind of
know
a
they wear
smart play.
sleeves, so
Yeah,
like, yeah.
that was funny.
But I think that's funny that
Yeah.
I hadn't
You've
heard
got
that.
if you got Nick Bonito bearing down at you, like who's got the sleeves? I think you've already lost.
Right. Yeah.
Or how about Benito and Cooper getting around that four person block?
Oh my God, they were lightning out of a cannon. Like they were already halfway to
Go
him
this
before
way,
the
they
ball
just
even
come in
got
like
snapped.
this.
Yeah.
They just blew past his
Those poor
tackles.
Bengals, man.
Uh,
All right,
yeah.
too much fun of them.
I've got a weird one. Sean Payton always talks about Parcells,
Oh,
being
yeah.
a mentor and everything, and he passed a good milestone on tying his overall win record against the Bengals. So, as like a personal level on coach, for Sean, that has to be like pretty good feeling, and then pretty humbling to get up to that, to get up to your mentor's level. I thought was kind of a fun little stat this week.
Yeah. Personal milestones are always a good thing. So, all right, Gavin, we're going to lead you off with the bad.
Um, I won't talk about Bo's interception in the end zone. Instead, uh, I'm just going to talk about what a bad man Garrett Bowles has been. Um,
Uh,
and, he was against Trey Hendrickson this whole time. He's been good all season, but especially against Trey. I mean, Trey is one of the best in the league, and he was shut down this last week. So, here's a little stat. PFF just posted this tonight as the number one pass blocking grade in the NFL. So we've been feeling it for a while, but we have finally come full circle on Garrett Bowles to being, trade fodder, get that guy out of town, to now the best in the league. So patience is a virtue when it comes to linemen, and is showing that this is just paying off. And the guy is a stud, and it's so nice not to have to worry about Bo's backside and the left tackle position. So, flowers to Garrett Bowles. He is a bad, bad man.
nice.
Agreed. We weren't too sure about that in the beginning of his career.
God, no, we weren't.
Penalty 72, 15 yards. Penalty 72, 15
Oh,
yards.
God.
But
Yeah, it
I
was
agree. He
bad.
has matured a lot, and the line is matured. The line is got its chemistry and its rhythm together, except for that one guy who I shall not name because he was pissing me off with his stupid
Oh,
penalties this week.
Wattenberg, Luke. God, he had a bad game, man.
Oh, so bad.
Yeah.
That just wasn't good.
The refs
So,
were also very whistle happy. This team is the most flag happy team in all of the NFL. So they
so
got
you
that.
mean we've had him every week
Yeah,
so far?
right. It's just our luck.
Yeah.
Okay, Steve, you're bad.
I'm gonna go with young receivers. I think it's like, and I obviously this problem will correct itself as they become less young, but I think like there's just a certain amount of just inconsistency and like running a route in a way like would have been a good play if he just ran through the route the way he was supposed to, or the drop passes we saw with Troy Franklin this week. I mean, it's a thing that's it can be no big deal in a game, or it can be a huge deal in a game when you're like trusting, it's like third and long and you're in a bad situation, and then the guy doesn't catch it. So they've definitely been doing better. They definitely did better this week than they were doing last week. But just something as we go through the season that hopefully they'll improve and get more experience as they go. But it's always a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still working out the kinks.
Yeah, they are. All right. Who wants to start off with the bad?
That was the
That
bad.
was the bad.
I'm sorry, the ugly.
What was your bad, Tina?
It's that
The
Cubs
the
fever
ugly
is
is
just
me trying to do this on cold medicine and lack of sleep.
um for I'll do the ugly to start. I'm gonna go with the doubters. It's the first three games. One of them was, a fairly easy win, but it still looked rough. And then we had our two games that were against generally good teams. And, I think we could have won them, but we didn't. But ultimately, I think the way that Peyton's offense works, it's just a little slow to develop at the beginning of the season. He throws too much on their plates, and then he figures out, okay, what can we do effectively? And then things start to shift. And so we saw some of that this week. But even so, like there are a few plays where he's kind of screwing around a little bit. Tina wasn't able to be at the bar this week, and I was texting her, "Stop playing with your food." Uh, that's like we have this tendency, we're up, and it's like they start screwing around a little bit. Like just finish them. Um, but I think like this week against the Eagles, and obviously we'll get to predictions in a moment. Like I think we're going to see the trend of being the better team that we know we can be. So screw the doubters.
Yeah. Yeah, it should have been 45-3, honestly. Like we kind of messed around at a few points there.
Yeah, they also so my the ugly is another doubters thing too. I know some people online and everything are still kind of, I don't know about Bo. I don't know if it's going to work out, blah 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 blah. He tied for second in the league, people. Sit down. It's his fourth game, and honestly, I know people don't like it, but I think he's a slow starter. I think it takes
Yeah.
about the third or the fourth game. Honestly, let's talk about it. Preseason isn't what people think it is. Preseason literally is second and third stringers and fourth stringers trying to make the team. First first squad out there for 5 minutes a game, that does not give you enough in game. That's not the right time. The first 3 games, we just happened to have this year we had a division game in those first 3 years, first 4 games. So preseason's over with. Now let's see. I'm looking forward to the Eagles game to see what happens. So
You'd think with the amount of college football that Bo played, though, that he would be a pretty quick starter. So it is weird to see him be the slow starter.
I think a lot of it just goes down to the way that the Peyton offense works. Is just like because I think like he goes in there every season and is like, cool, I'm glad you guys did that last season. Now here's a giant pile of new stuff to figure out.
Right.
And then throws it out there the first couple of weeks and they're like, oh, and then they eventually start to get it ironed out.
Yeah. We'll probably see that though. I think you're right.
To go with the preseason comment, my friend Handy posts this. It's true.
Yeah.
All we see are the people trying to make it, the scrubs trying to get on, and that's it. So, but yeah, I agree with Steve. I mean, I just think Peyton's system is very, very difficult to get. And it's not just Bo that has to understand it. The tight ends and the running backs and the line and everybody has to understand it. And they're just working a few kinks out. So, though I do want Troy Franklin to either run the full route or catch the ball. Don't
He's had some good ones, but he's had some ugly ones, man.
Oh yeah, when he gets those good ones,
hits you in the hands.
Sweet. Yeah. Okay.
I was
Gavin,
so my ugly real quick. I don't know if I did mine, but just we just start off so damn slow, not to the season, but every damn game. It's like we just let them drive. We've given up a field goal or a touchdown every single game that we've played so far. So it's like we got to clean up that first drive. It's like our motor doesn't even get going until the second quarter, really, and then if we play these better teams, it's going to be too late at that point. So we really got to clean that up, and this week will be a very telling part of that.
I also think it takes us till our second possession for us to get things going. We're just rusty on our first. Yeah. And that's like the ones that they're supposed to, like, that was the beauty of Mike Shanahan, is he had the first 5 things planned out, and that's what you did. And you didn't move from there. But Peyton's a different coach than Mike Shanahan, and we need to remember that. So
yeah. And something I've been thinking a bit about is I think that what makes his approach work well is that it doesn't necessarily require the most elite talent to run it, because it's all about matchups and it's about schemed openings, right? So it's not like you have to be the fastest receiver. If everybody runs their routes and does the things they're supposed to do, you'll be wide open and it won't matter. And so that's good because then, then our offense ultimately doesn't have to have the most elite talent. We can spend that money on the defense and it gets that nice complementary football. But it does mean that if not everybody's on the same page and one guy doesn't run his route the right way, then the whole play melts down. So
I'm not wearing a Rams
It
shirt.
always look like he is.
Yo, did you see the Avs today? What was that about? They're all in. Sorry to just derail this to
That's okay.
thing, but
There's
talk about sucking up to their boss. Like they're all in Rams gear at freaking. I'm like, yo, these guys like Landy's and like, oh, great teamwork day for the crew. I'm like, you guys, what are you doing? Gotta suck up to the
he
boss.
doesn't
Man.
go on the
Gotta suck up
Broncos.
to the boss. He's building a new stadium, I guess.
Yeah.
PR. Anyway, I thought that was funny. Side note. I don't have any Rams gear.
Right. Okay. Is there one thing about the game that you haven't mentioned that you liked or really didn't like?
I love the story of so Alex Pacheski's brother comes to the bar, right? And he's been a good friend of ours and like comes, takes the shots and all that. And we've had some good conversations with him. And I thought it's kind of funny. I didn't really know this, but inside the stadium, whenever he goes in, reports for duty, number 63, the whole crowd cheers because they know that he's going in for a running play. And it's like the fans have picked up on this, and every time he goes in, it's like, oh, and so they're like, they're probably the Palcho chants are going to start coming, and I'm like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
He had some
You'd have to
couple
start
funny
doing
things
that in the
happen.
bar.
He got speared in the back by, I think it was JK, just made a weird run and just bowled into the back of him and just sent him flying like Superman. Like it was, and then he went back the other way. But I thought that was kind of funny. And then he had like a back block or something. He blocked with his shoulder back in. Even Troy Aikman was like, oh, that was
Oh, yes. I remember that one.
Light
It was like,
call
that
and
was
all
ticky
that.
tacky.
Yeah. So, but at the same time, there was a lot of like, Pacheski content this week or news stories and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I just thought it was kind of funny because he's been a little unsung, but I didn't know he was such a good like local hero, and I think that's only gonna.
I think that's great.
Keep going
Yeah,
from now on. So, there was somebody who posted a photo of him walking through the stadium. Where here it is. Yeah, it's number 63, and it says eligible. This guy's walking down the ramps at the thing, and somebody caught that and posted it. I'm like, okay, this is a thing, man.
This is good. This is so
I didn't
good.
know, I never knew about this. I thought it was kind of funny. I thought it was cool.
I think that's funny.
And his brother's at our bar too, so it's even better.
Yeah. Did we figure out if someone else was there for the Bears game with him? I think that was a question that we were trying to figure it out, or if he was in a Hester jersey or not. So
I don't know.
yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
been a couple of weeks. Again, we'll not talk about that week.
Yeah.
What I loved about that game is there was a couple of things like the rules guy was like, "Oh yes, that is," and Troy was like, "That's ticky tacky."
It was. Yeah. We got the ticky tacky crew.
Yep.
Ref crew.
Steve, anything on your side?
No, I think it's covered. So I'm good.
Okay. We have mentioned him a little bit, but I think we have a punter in Crawshaw.
Yeah. He's looking all right.
Yeah.
We might have to learn how to say good day the right way.
Hopefully he'll be very bored soon.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, did you know that the punter for the Bengals has more offense than the entire rest of the league? That was a funny meme. I'll just does your offense have more yards than your punter? And everyone's like, yeah, of course, it's week 5, and the Bengals are like, no. So, the punter.
Poor bastards.
Yeah,
I've been saying it to a few
yeah.
people. I mean,
Burrow
with
for
what happened
MVP.
with their offensive line and everything, it shows you how much Burrow's been carrying that team.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
and how
Because
injured?
the
Why
how
he's
it
been so injured?
just yeah, through injuries and everything. It's been him and Chase and Higgins that are pretty much carrying that team. I saw a meme that's I forget which player it was, is like, just trade for Jameis right now. Just get rid of Browning. He's not
Yeah,
worth it.
no, he's terrible.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe they will go after Jameis. I mean, they can. So, all
Yeah.
right.
Kaepernick's still available.
Good Lord.
Just saying.
Yes, he's still available. All right. You know what? I should probably be like, who's leading in our who's called what thing. I gave up. So we're just gonna go into
We're all winners.
yeah. Let's what to watch for the Eagles game. Couple of things you got to say about that one, Gavin?
Yeah, I think we are in the perfect position for a trap upset game. Um, it sucks that we're coming off the shorter week, but Tampa took it to those guys pretty hard towards the end of the game, and Tampa almost came back on them. They've got a short week ahead of them, or they're going international after this week, and they've got a few guys who are out, and I don't know. It's just all these little tiny groundswell of things are kind of coming together. Where Philly's a really tough place to play. I don't think we're gonna win necessarily, but I kind of have a weird feeling about this week. If if we do pull this off, this team's gonna be like, all right, we are legit. We are the team that hasn't you know, been behind in the fourth quarter for 0 minutes the entire season.
Yeah.
Um, this is all the fixings and makings for a little bit of a trap game for the Eagles, and I think Sean kind of might know how to play them. I think this is a big one for him. So yeah, it's going to be fun. It'll be interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if we did beat them, though. I don't know. I just got a good feeling about it.
Steve?
I would say look for Malcolm Roach and see if he is back this week
Yeah,
because
we're
he's
missing him.
only come off of IR. In terms of shutting down the Eagles, keeping Saquon contained, which honestly he's not been. I mean, Dobbins has been significantly better than Saquon's been so far.
And
But
Darvin.
yeah. So, but seeing if he's back, I think, and like ultimately, if we can, shut down their offense, defeat the tush push, keep them in 3rd and 2 instead of 3rd and 1, so we don't have to deal with that BS. I think we're being good shape.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel pretty good about the game. I feel like we've dusted off the rust. We've got our chemistry going. Everybody's going to be focused in and ready to win the game. You're going to have Peyton, in rhythm, calling what he wants to call and not dicking around. He will not play with his food this week. He will feast.
No, I mean, I guess I'm a bit more pessimistic. I think our defense will do very well. I think we do match up well against their offense. It's our offense that I see some of their defense is good for a reason, which is pretty much all came from the same goddamn team on the SEC that I shall not mention, though I'm sure Handy will put it in the comments. So I mean, they just gel well together. So that's my concern. If we can take what we did this week and build on it, then I think we have a good shot. I just want to point out, remember, a lot of the things the Bengals defense shot themselves in the foot. They were shooting
Oh,
they had so many penalties that were just self-inflicted, that I don't think the Eagles are going to do. You're not going to see the
Mm.
stupid penalties that got us into situations like, all right, we're starting at the 40 now. So, I mean, I I'm maybe being a little more pessimistic about it. Eagles are a good team. I mean,
They're the
so
champs. They're the
every
champs.
team is beatable too. So you just got to
Yeah.
figure it out. Don't get me
Yep.
wrong. We start
Yep.
oh, no playing with our food this year. Be a shark. Just go right in and just eat it all.
Actually,
Okay.
they kind of swim around their food a bit, so I don't know if we want to do that.
You
But
just churn the chum and then go in. Okay.
right, right,
Well,
right.
we can do that. I'd feel better about this game if we were playing in Denver.
Yeah, Philly's tough.
That altitude. You talked about Hutchinson earlier? He
Oh,
was sucking on the oxygen in the
they were
second
so
quarter.
gassed.
Like their defense was out on the field most of the time.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you're gonna get run down. That the altitude is gonna get to you.
Mhm.
So all right. I did look the injury report. The only person that I think that's not gonna be make it is Nate Atkins because he has a concussion and he didn't
Mm.
participate all week.
Okay.
Everybody else was kind of full participation or half, so they should all be back. All
And
right.
then Greenlaw might be there for the next Giants game.
Yep.
Maybe.
I mean, if I was to bring him back for a game that might be a little easier, it would be the Giants for me too.
Right.
Just I don't think you want to bring him back against the Eagles.
No. God, no.
One bad hit and he's done. So, all right. Your one last thought, Steve.
One last thought. Well, I did say we're going to beat the Eagles. My one last thought is this, last week began the win streak. We're going to be, let me see I'm trying to remember how it was. I was saying it was 12-2 going to the Packers game.
Okay.
That's what I am looking at right now. If you look at our schedule, like there's a couple that are a little more challenging, but honestly, our schedule's pretty good once we get past the Eagles.
Yeah.
So
It really
if
is.
we can do that and actually win the game, hell yeah.
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 A lot of
Yeah.
momentum.
Yeah,
Going.
that's what Todd was saying. Like we have the Jets, the Giants, the Cowboys, the Texans, the Raiders, and then the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Right.
All of those games.
And the Chiefs is
We,
at home, so that's the game we will win. So yeah,
Yes.
feel pretty good about it.
Yes.
yeah, yeah, and
All right. I'm
yep,
gonna look. I'm gonna look forward to Benito continuing his sack streak. He's on pace right now, which is crazy to think about, to break Vaughn's all-time sack record at 19. Vaughn had 18 and a half. So to even think that, to say those words, that anybody would even be close to breaking Vaughn's sack record as a Bronco is like wild. So, he's got to get at least 1.5, 2 to stay on that pace. So I'm going to be looking forward to that. Hurts is a tough QB to bring down though, so it's not going to be easy.
yeah, he's got a good O line.
So he's got to bring out the big guns this week. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to be looking for.
Nice.
I'll be looking for us to continue the trend that we have been, which is no one scores a touchdown in the second half. We're still on a streak with that right now, so I definitely like to see that continue. But so that's where I'm at with that one. And actually kind of looking forward to the Jets and the Giants games.
Giants are fun all of a sudden.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. It'll
Yeah.
be interesting to see what Dart does with those guys.
Big
So,
time. Yeah.
and Brock Bowers is out this week for the Raiders. So,
Oh, yeah. Not sad about that.
no, not sad at all.
Take Crosby with him.
And
That'd be great.
who are the Chiefs playing this weekend? Do we know? Does anyone know?
I think they have an easy game.
Because we're tied right now with them.
Right.
Uh,
Jags. Monday night.
Well, if the Jags play like they played last week, though they're not playing against the Chiefs. Well, and the Chiefs got Worthy back. So
It's in
that'll be
Jacksonville. Jacksonville has 3-1, which is crazy.
Yeah.
That their division is terrible, but
yeah,
might be
it's
good.
people playing.
It feels like the Chiefs are figuring shit out and are like ascending right now.
They always do.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah. That was my thought is hopefully somebody could beat the Chiefs this week so we can stay tied.
And the Chargers.
And the Chargers.
Right.
But our division is interesting. It's not just two people at the top anymore.
Yeah, it's all about these division games now. It doesn't really like overall record isn't as important anymore.
Yeah. And as much as it sucked to lose to the Chargers, we still got one more game to play against them, and it'll be in Mile High. So
right.
Yeah, there's a lot of football left in the season. There's some teams on their schedule that they'll have to play that they're not going to be able to beat. So, I mean,
they'll blink your eyes and be like, "Wait, football's over again."
They lost to the Giants, so
yes, they did. A non-Wilson Giants. Go figure.
Yep. All right. Well, that's it for Mile High Minute this week. And hold on, I am going to check the baseball schedule real quick. So we don't have this
Good
problem.
To be sure.
Yes. That I did not realize they were going to put the Cubs games in the day. So when I said last week, "Oh, I can't do it."
Yeah, I was thinking like, "Hey, maybe I'll go to the Cubs game on Wednesday," and it was like, "Or I'll work because that's what I do that time of day."
The games are Saturday and Monday, so it doesn't even matter.
Okay.
No, I meant for Thursday because game 4.
Oh, there's a Wednesday game. Game 3 is Wednesday.
Game 4 is Thursday. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'll depending on what time the game
I'll figure it out.
I'll jump out and be like, "I gotta go." Just like here, set it up and let you guys talk while I sit like this. Just watch the game.
Just put a cardboard cutout of you in the chair.
I'll get Chewy to stand right here.
Yes, because cats love to stand in one place on command.
So much. All right, guys. Good talking with you. And here's to Sunday.
Yep. Go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
Go Broncos. All right.
Bye.